Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Disney Star Wars. We actually did a video yesterday talking about the news that they were supposedly going to do a new Star Wars trilogy with the guy who ruined the Dark Phoenix saga twice. Simon Kinberg, and but this is supposedly going to exist maybe alongside the Rey movie, maybe not, maybe they're canceling it. Nobody seems to know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, that's basically it is. We don't know if they're saying it could be 10, 11, and 12, but 10, 11, and 12 could be something different. You know, I don't know.
So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the utter state of Lucasfilm. Yeah, Lucasfilm being Lucasfilm, the employees over there cannot keep their mouths shut.
Nope.
We have their, let's see here. This is Joe Laren, who's their director of cinematography. He deleted his whole account. Well,
but yeah, he was going to protect it, but now he deleted it. But yeah, apparently he's making comments about people being half the country and they're scrotum sacks and everything else.
Disgusting
Yes.
scrotum sacks if you voted for Trump. I 100% believe that Gina Carano, now more than ever, is going to win her case against
I thought she was before because, it was, there was such an obvious bias, like in the fact that the dudes are allowed to say all this other stuff, but she wasn't allowed to say, she wasn't even being polite, and they were being dicks about it.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that because I think that Lucasfilm, my gut feeling on this is they're in a holding pattern right now. I think they were kind of waiting to see where things were going to go. Disney was waiting on financials. I think from the Mandalorian movie because they know that one might actually make some money. And if it doesn't make a lot of money, why the hell would you greenlight more Star Wars?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't get it either. And they haven't had a movie in theaters since 2019. And the brand clearly is on decline. And you have Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, that's the other thing. Apparently this guy being brought in for this new trilogy is supposed to be producing it with Kathleen Kennedy. So I'm like, I have no idea where the hell that she can be kept on as a producer or because her contract's about up. They're talking like she's still going to be there. And I'm like, can you literally fuck up a company any more than she has done it? I don't think it's possible.
No, I think there are going to be some changes. Definitely going to be some changes. Hollywood is not going to be the same. And I think that, so whatever gets announced, I think at this point, just take it with a grain of salt. So we're going to talk about all this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to clownfishminus.com. Check out our lovely merchandise here. We got more on the way. And check out our members only section where we've got podcasts and art and stuff. And we're going to be posting a lot more over there. You guys have been fantastic this month. It's been amazing. This is actually our first full month. And you guys have been really, really great. So thank you so much. So I guess we'll start with this. This is coming from comicbook.com. Star Wars. Should the Skywalker Saga be revived?
No, this is funny to me. This article is funny to me though.
So before we get into that any further, let's talk about the news yesterday. We actually did a whole nother video and we scrapped it, but supposedly they hired Simon Kinberg for another trilogy. Now,
but they didn't say, they said they 10, 11, and 12, and they said they don't know if it's the Rey movies they announced that Charmin Obeyed Chinoy was going to do, or if these are new things. It sounds like they're new things, so they're going to be Rey movies, but I don't know where that leaves the Charmin chicks thing.
I think she's gone. I think what's going to happen is Disney's going to try to course correct. I don't believe anything they say at this point in regards to Star Wars because I don't think they know what to do with Star Wars. They know. I mean, look, they're getting this shit kicked out of them. Even in mainstream media, even in left-leaning mainstream media, because people are like, yeah, Star Wars is like fundamentally broken.
Well, they didn't even break Star Wars. They broke Indiana Jones. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy found a way to destroy Willow, destroy Indiana Jones, and destroy Star Wars. The three things they had going for them all under her watch. They ended up fucking all three of them up. And now they're going to bring him in. Now they're saying that he's supposed to be producing this, writing this trilogy and producing it with Kathleen Kennedy, which I'm like, well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Because she's supposed to be getting gone and her contract's up. And if they keep her, then I have no words for them. I mean, you are absolutely stupid and you deserve everything you get because I don't know.
Yeah.
But if this is the continuation of the Rey movies, he's like the fourth writer now, third or fourth writer. People kept coming on and leaving.
Yeah, it's like I don't think they know what the hell they're gonna do. I really feel like definitely a power struggle between, I mean, this is just observation. It feels like there's a power struggle between some people at Disney and Lucasfilm, because it feels like Lucasfilm is very much kind of its own thing, and Kathleen Kennedy wants to do this stuff. And I think the bean counters at Disney are like, yeah, but the last, 5 things you've done have been dog shit, and people didn't buy stuff, and they didn't buy the toys, and they didn't see the
right. It can't just be the vocal minority, guys.
No. Solo was a flop, and actually Solo was one of the better Disney Star Wars movies.
That's what there's an article, I think it was comicbook.com, and one of the things they were trying to argue here that, the other movies and stuff didn't do that good, like, the side quests. Everybody will come to this movie probably if it's a Rey movie because they like sagas. I'm like, they should continue. Well, they probably will do better because of saga, but go down. Yeah, they're talking about that, but they're talking about, they said they're focusing on TV shows, and then they said they're talking about the new Rey show with the new Jedi Order movie, which they're saying now with Stephen Knight, and then I think he left, and we don't know what's up with that. But they're saying that if Disney was commit to less is more approach and wants to make Star Wars movies events again, reviving the Skywalker Saga with a fresh trilogy could be their best option because they love sagas. Keep going.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going.
Okay, so they're talking about it being, they kind of didn't do great with Palpatine. Rey is so popular, guys. A sequel trilogy as a whole proved to be divisive with narrative choices. It's impossible to please everyone. And you get down here, and they're like, Saga would be a great idea because that's what people want, more event movies. And the premise of Rey, who's taken the Skywalker name, who's taken a lot of things she didn't earn. Teaching the next generation of Force users has potential to be interesting, and it's an angle the films haven't explored yet. Well, it should have been Luke. That's a whole other thing. And they're talking about that, and they're saying that she's a popular character. She's still a popular character, but she's not.
She's not.
That's the problem. You could have had a popular character with Rey, but you done Mary Suiter to the place people can't stand her. And this is this one picture does nothing. When I was at Ollie's by Us, the amount of Rey figures is far larger than this picture shows. So many Reys on that shelf. People don't want more Rey.
Yeah.
They
don't. And look, a lot of the attraction for Star Wars fans for the sequel trilogy was the promise of Han, Luke, and Leia together, which never happened, but that's why people turned out for The Force Awakens.
That's exactly why they came out for it.
They weren't going for Rey, they weren't going for Poe, they weren't going for Finn, they didn't know who these characters were. They were going because Han, Luke, and Leia were going back to basics with Star Wars. We're going to have TIE fighters and X-Wings, and then you see the movie and they're not in it very much.
And the thing is that people knew there'd be new characters and that would probably move from them into somebody else, but you didn't even do it in a proper way. No. Like, you didn't even have a chance to have Han, Luke, and Leia together and then have new characters introduced that are interesting, fun characters that are part of the team that end up taking over the team, which is what they needed to do. And they didn't do it. And I'm sorry, you can push Rey to the cows come home. People don't like it. And then over at Lucasfilm, especially with Kathleen Kennedy, they keep making these decisions like, let's make an Obi-Wan show about Leia, which makes no fucking sense. You keep trying to push this female narrative, and that doesn't mean that women can't be main characters in the show. They have been for years. But you do it in such a piss poor, shitty way, and then scream patriarchy. It doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, she's going to be the new Obi-Wan.
I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, they supposedly they're going to pay her $12 million, so maybe they have to. But they also have, kill fees. But, it would be the stupidest business decision ever to be like, let's hit the reset button on Star Wars and try to get old fans back after we drop the ball by bringing Rey back. Like, what they need to do, if you're going to do it, either decanonize the sequel trilogy completely and just say, yeah, it never happened. I would actually decanonize it, go back and do a new episode 7 or do a new trilogy that's, continues. Kind of like they had the fork in the road with Superman and with Flash, right? So Superman Returns, they continued from Superman 2 because Superman 1 and 2 are considered fantastic movies. 3 and 4, terrible movies. They pretended Superman 3 and 4 never happened, and they continued with Superman Returns. Right, that was technically the third Superman.
The only problem is that you can't do it now. You can't because you have the cat, Carrie Fisher's gone. Mark Hamill's just absolutely
he's insane,
knucking futz.
I
mean, he's just off
you
the
want to talk. You want to talk about people at Lucasfilm freaking having Trump derangement syndrome. Mark Hamill definitely is.
Yeah, I mean, it's like to the place. I think there's so much damage done with audiences and his behavior. Just as the actor, it's getting hard to separate him from the character, and it's just. I just think he killed it. I just think it's dead. I don't think doing more Rey movies is going to help. And I think if you're making Rey the character that Luke was supposed to be, it's just going to piss people off more.
So if it were me, and you're handed this turd this Disney Star Wars that you need to polish, I would
flush it.
Yeah. Well, I would say, you know what? We're going to jump ahead 100 years in the future. We're going to talk about the legend of the Jedi, the legend of Luke Skywalker. We might mention Rey maybe in one sentence, but we're not going to dwell on her. And we're just going to carry on. We're going to be like, there's a new conflict. There's a new...
I think the damage has been done. I think it's too destroyed. I really don't think they can. They're going to keep trying, but I don't know if they can.
I think the problem with Star Wars is kind of the problem with other franchises too, that we've seen once the creator of the franchise sold to a corporation, they took it in a different direction and it lost its soul, right? So Star Wars is very much George Lucas's thing, and I really don't think you can continue it organically. I mean, people are going to argue with me because the expanded universe. Yeah, the expanded universe was okay. It was hit or miss. I mean, there was some stuff that was good and some stuff that just felt like fan fiction. Some of it was awful. But like to have a corporation like Disney come in and continue it, I don't think it can be done. I think they would have been smarter, honestly, to buy the IP, make rides and stuff based on the classic Star Wars franchise, right? The original trilogy and, prequels or whatever, and just make money that way. They actually probably would have made more money just milking the original trilogy and turning Galaxy's Edge into the original trilogy than all the money they've lost on these movies and Disney Plus shows.
Probably.
And look what they're doing anyway. They're going back and almost all the merchandise is... Hell, they're even merching the holiday special.
Are they?
Yeah, well, they are. They're doing Life Day Tiki mugs. You saw that. They're doing action figures. Like, people are going to buy that stuff. They're not going to buy... You're not seeing Christmas Rey action figures, are you? Like,
they probably have them, but no one cares.
Nobody
just end up on clearance at Ollie's.
Nobody cares.
So, I mean, doubling down, there's like this idea that, that'll probably be smart because they go Saga and they make more Skywalker Saga, but now it's Rey. No. As soon as you have Skywalker, no. Rey is not a Skywalker. I'm sorry. Fuck off if you think so. She's not. She's not a Skywalker. She's a Palpatine.
Yeah.
She's not a Skywalker.
I think, Disney killed the golden goose. I don't think anybody's excited. I mean, we talked about this in the video yesterday. We didn't post. And I've said it before, like, I have zero excitement for anything Star Wars now. Like, even the original trilogy, I used to watch it multiple times per year. And I don't even do that anymore. I can't remember the last time I've watched the original trilogy. I don't think I've watched it since The Last Jedi came out, because I'm so fucking disgusted. And again, when you get people like this, and you know that Mark Hamill hates you, Luke Skywalker fucking hates you, it makes it really hard, right? Doesn't it? It makes it really hard to watch. I mean, he's allowed to have his political opinions.
Well, Lucasfilm hates you.
Lucasfilm
that's
hates
not true. Lucasfilm hates anybody who didn't vote the way they wanted. And you're not allowed. Now, this person's allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah.
He's allowed to post whatever he wants. I think he should be fired, because if you're going to fire Gina Carano for less, he literally called out a bunch of your audience that they called Trump a disgusting scrotum sack, and anybody who voted for them. He's like, fuck all you people, from an account that's someone who was a big person at Lucasfilm, and that's allowed. But saying, hey guys, I think you're getting kind of polarized, and maybe you don't end up like the Holocaust where you have to make people hate each other first before you can take them off and no one fights back. That requires, getting fired. But this is fine. There's a big problem here.
Yeah. And so I think the brand, I mean, it's not just the brand itself is damaged, just Lucasfilm itself is damaged, and everything changed this week. And Disney's going to have to take a look at and be like, oh my God, this is what our actual audience is.
It didn't change this week. The fact that it might be more held accountable.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think, look, they could pretend that the Star Wars audience was one way, but now it's like, oh my God, like, we're alienating how many of our customers, potential customers.
Acolyte was a prime example. The viewership sucked.
Yeah.
The viewership sucked. They kept trying to tell everybody it was just, it was a vocal minority, and I kept saying over and over again, the viewership can't be bad globally over a vocal minority of Trump supporters in the United States. That doesn't make any sense. It's because your shows have progressively gotten more and more and more extreme, and they become stupid. And because of it, people are just in general like, this is dumb, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't have any interest for so many reasons in Star Wars at this point. It's dead. It's dead to me. I think it's gonna be dead to a lot of people. I don't think it matters what you do at this point. And they had a good thing going, you know, the Mandalorian, and then they fucked it up with the Gina Carano situation. So, good luck with that. I mean, I don't give a shit. Do you give a shit?
Nope.
We're gonna wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Join the reef. Go to clownfish-.com. That's clownfish-.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfish-.com. Thank you so much for the support.